Namaste, this is Punam and I welcome you to day 5 of the 21-day Yoga at Home series launched by Yoga Wellness Studio, and we are in Kenley, which is in Croydon, CR8 5BQ. Okay, so we're continuing with our Sun Salutation series. This is the third. So the Hatha Sun Salutations are made up of 12 postures. Each posture is very important and requires the right and correct alignment so you can derive the maximum benefit from it. So we are covering 3 postures in each video per day so that you get enough time to be able to practice some of these on your own with the help, of course, of the video. So we're going to carry on with this 7, 8 and 9 that we are going to do today. So before we move on, I want to tell you that you must do a bit of warm-up, and this warm-up is there in the video of day 3, and you can do warm-up from there, or you could do your own warm-up, but it's important to warm your body up before you go straight away into the asanas that I am giving, even though the sun salutation in itself is a warm-up, but then we do a few rounds of those at one go, which is not what we're doing here. Okay, so we're going to do the 7th pose, 8th pose and the 9th pose. So I'm going to get back into the pose number 6 where we left you. So the pose number 6, and we just stretch out that lower belly and hip all the way onto the mat. Keep those legs together, tuck in our elbows and bring those hands just behind your shoulders to get a nice lift into Bhujangasana or the half cobra pose. So take a deep inhale here. And raise your upper bodies. Keep those elbows bent and look up. Make sure that your neck is not strained in any way. Based on your flexibility, you can stay here for 1 breath, 2 breaths, or 3 breaths. Please breathe through your nose, inhale and exhale. As you exhale, you come down. So very good for your lower back, very good for sciatica, very good for lower back pain. But still speak to your doctor and follow yoga with the right precautions, okay? Now the next pose we're going to go, we're going to start repeating some of the postures already from the 8th pose onwards to 12. We're going back. So we're going to go into the downward dog. So let's see if you practice downward dog. Follow the instructions again. Activate those toes first. Bring energy into those hands. Make them like webs. Place them firmly on the mat. And then take a nice deep inhale, bringing strength into your upper chest, your shoulder muscles, and lift your tailbone from the middle to give yourself a nice inverted V. First instruction, bring your feet forward and press those heels down into the earth. And if they're lifting a little bit because you have tight hamstrings, that's fine. Make sure there's a distance between those 2 feet. And next, inhaling, bending those knees, and as you exhale, moving your head a bit closer towards your knees. And with the next inhale, if your hamstrings allow, just straighten those knees. What you've done is you have moved your shoulders away from your ears, and it's one line. So if you notice, your seat bones are pushing upwards and there is a resistance with your heels pressing down, and that is giving a nice energizing to your hamstrings, and then your hip as well. Your entire back is straight, so don't try to curve your neck or back and look inside towards your chest. No, keep your neck in a straight line, yeah? Neck is in a straight line, but your arms are stretched out, elbows are straight. Taking 3 breaths here. we're going to move one heel up at a time and create 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Yes, 2 breaths. Last one. Inhaling and exhale. 3 breaths. And now we are going to go in for our position number 9 from here. So drop your right knee onto the mat first. Straighten that foot. Either hold your ankle if you need to, or just take your left leg as far in front as you can and then adjust yourself into the lunge with the opposite foot. Yeah, when you went down, you had your right foot in front. Now you have your left foot in front. Okay, so you remember it was the Ashwa Sanchalanasana or the equestrian pose. Yeah, so we're now checking for alignment. Your knee, forward knee and ankle are stacked on top of one another, and your knee and your hip is in one line, and your right hip and knee and your toes are all in one line. Yeah, and your knee is a 45-degree angle. So this is where you need to check if you have tightness in your hips here. You may be a bit like that, and if you go a bit like that, you need to bring your foot back so that you still maintain those angles. And or you can take your, if you go forward, make sure your knee doesn't go over the left toe. And here for your support, you can use these blocks so that you don't feel too tight. If this is too tight and it doesn't allow you to sink in completely, which is what we are trying to achieve. Real hip opener. Real hip opener. Okay? So you can use your hands like this or like this on your blocks to give you comfort and support. And try and sit in them, and slowly the flexibility will improve. Okay? But please listen to your bodies and don't work where there is pain. Just a good stretch and do it slowly. Yeah? Okay. So this is going to be our pose, the 9th pose for today. We're going to place our hands here and take 3 deep breaths. Look in front somewhere, stay your stare or put your gaze and make it stable. Yeah, at eye level. Inhaling, expand your whole upper body, and exhaling, sink into the earth. Your tailbone, your breath is rooting you into the ground, into the earth. One more. And the 3rd breath. Enjoy this position, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste. Have a brilliant day.